Brett Cooper is leaving the Daily Wire and the comments section. You can see on the channel already they have removed the with Brett Cooper and now it's just the comments section. Her BFF Reagan will be taking over the spot. Her BFF was also a bridesmaid in her wedding. The funny thing is, once everybody heard this, they assumed this chick was out to backstab her in the back and take her job. I really don't think so. I think during the whole exit preparation, they were wondering who would take over, and Brett most definitely probably said her BFF will be a great candidate, and they gave her a chance. The rumors of Reagan having to take classes and coaching lessons to learn how to talk like Brett was probably true. I think Brett is very talented and probably helped her out, and Reagan probably did take coaching classes as well. I think it takes a lot of practice to learn Brett's fast talking style and being able to use the teleprompter and jump back and forth between a few cameras when changing angles. Here's how I think what went down. The exit was going to happen no matter what. It was a matter of when. When I first started watching the channel, I was like, this girl got talent. She has a fun personality, a fast talker that's not too overly fast and gets her point across. Overall, she's very entertaining to watch. And when you see the fast growth of it going from 300K to 1 million to 2 million and now 4 million, I'm very sure she said to herself, imagine if she was able to grow on her own. The possibility of making more money, having more freedom to say what she wants to say, and own all her rights. Owning the rights to her YouTube, Instagram, and podcasts and things like that. To me, she has the talent to be her own little media conglomerate. Now with that said, this is how it probably went down. She was going to leave regardless, but she had to do her due diligence and go through the negotiations process. You already know in corporate, when you feel like you're worth something and you want to renegotiate your salary, it's not going to be what you want. Usually they reject you straight up saying you only get a raise at the end of the year review, or we can offer you only this much, which is usually dinky. She started talking to them about her future salary negotiations, and of course, the numbers and what they were offering was not enough for what she was hoping for. So, of course, once that happens, there's nothing else to do but say, I can't take that offer and it's time for me to part ways. I need to do my own thing. When things like this happen, is it usually a weird energy? Yes, but that's how it goes. People are out here crying that the Daily Wire messed up. I don't think it was really their fault at all. They did the best and put out the numbers on the table and it wasn't good enough. Once that happens, there's nothing else you can do. Were the Daily Wire people upset about her leaving? I don't think they were happy about it. I'm sure they see the numbers she was able to bring in. No one wants their flagship top tier talent to leave like that. But business is business. Brett knows her potential star power and just wants to branch off on her own. It's as simple as that. She moved out to some farmland already. I'm very sure she has plenty of room for her to build her own studio there and hit the ground running. There is no way we have seen the last of her. Now let's get back to the Reagan situation. This is a win-win situation for everyone because she was BFF with Brett. Now she gets to take over the channel and build her own presence. And with that said, I wouldn't be surprised she does exactly what Brett did. Using this as a growing and stepping stone to build her brand, then 3 to 4 years later, do her own thing. Now let's all stop crying and thinking that the Daily Wire was hostile and made her leave. I don't think this was a Candace Owens type situation. I do think there are walking on eggshells situations at the Daily Wire. That is why Candace is no longer there because of disagreements with certain topics. I do think they did lose a big talent, but like sports, sometimes the big talent has to move on to another team or do their own thing. Brett Cooper will be fine and her next chapter is only going to be bigger unless she decides to disappear from the limelight.